6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samrasinghe and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. The Prime Minister says that the national plan on sanitation is for the future of the country. Regulatory prices for 60 varieties of essential drugs have been announced. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh discuss further collaboration in the shipping sector. Russia expresses willingness to assist Sri Lanka to generate electricity at a lower cost. Foreign news, schools and colleges shut as pollution worsens in Delhi. Sports, WTF finals. Garbine Muguruza to play Annette Kontaveit in the final in Mexico. Local news in detail now. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says that a wastewater management system will be built in all main cities. The Prime Minister mentioned this while attending the function today online from the Temple Trees to West with the Public Kandy Wastewater Management Project. He said it's a victory for being able to make a national plan on sanitation for the future of the country. Minister Vasudeva Nanayakkara presented the plan to the Prime Minister, which will be implemented until 2030. The regulatory prices for 60 varieties of essential drugs have been announced by the State Minister of Pharmaceutical Production, Supply and Regulation. Accordingly, a maximum retail price has been imposed on 131 types of 60 essential drugs. Secretary to the State Ministry, Dr. R.M.S.K. Ratnayaka said the general public can inform the State Ministry of any irregularities through the email address complaints@nmra.gov.lk. That's complaints@nmra.gov.lk. Foreign Minister Professor G.L. Peiris held discussions with State Minister of Shipping holding cabinet rank Khalid Mahmood Chowdhury as a follow-up to his meeting with the Foreign Minister of Bangladesh, Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen, yesterday. Shipping is one of the key areas selected for collaboration between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. The Bangladesh minister indicated the importance being currently attached by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to the subject of shipping in Bangladesh, with initiatives for the development of several ports. It was proposed that a meeting be held in Colombo in the early months of 2022. Issues related to feeder services and a comprehensive coastal shipping agreement would be among the subjects on the agenda at the meeting in Colombo. The two ministers noted with satisfaction the robust economic cooperation between the two countries and agreed that the shipping sector is a vital component for strengthening the relationship further. Russia has paid its attention on profitable methods to generate electricity in Sri Lanka. Russian ambassador in Sri Lanka, Yuri B. Matri, said that his country is willing to assist Sri Lanka to explore possibilities of generating electricity with a minimum price apart from renewable methodologies. He mentioned this during a discussion with Minister Gamini Lokuge at the ministry today. He pointed out that there is possibility of producing electricity at lower prices using other sources such as nuclear power. In a ceremony held at the Temple Trees today, in the presence of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, the High Commissioner of India in Sri Lanka, Gopal Bagle, delivered to Dr. Vajira Chitrasena the Padma Shri Award conferred upon her by the President of India for the year 2020. On November 8, 2021, a Padma Award investiture ceremony was held at the Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, at which the President of India presented the Padma Awards to the awardees for the year 2020. Today is the fourth day of the budget debate. Taking part in the debate, Minister Sarath Veerasekara said that the country has lost $5 billion due from the tourism industry as a result of the COVID pandemic. Government has spent $700 billion on the COVID vaccine program. He said that the government took over a country with a minus economic growth in 2019. He further said that the government had to pay debt installments of $2 billion. MP Thalatha Athukorala said it is the responsibility of the government to provide solutions to shortage of goods. Taking part in the debate, State Minister Shashendra Rajapaksa said the budget has short, medium and long-term plans. Government has taken steps to increase exports to earn foreign exchange. Deputy Director General of Health Services Dr. Hemant Herath says the aim of the health services is to normalise the country soon. He said it is the responsibility of all stakeholders to prevent gathering of people for various events. He pointed out that health authorities are making strenuous efforts to protect the people from the virus and to prevent it being spread. Therefore, Dr. Herath said everyone in the country should support health and other services to control COVID. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Police media spokesman SSP Nihal Taldua says that legal action will be taken against the protest conducted by Samagi Jana Balawega, ignoring orders of the Director General of Health Services. He said legal action will be taken against them for contributing to create a COVID wave again. A leading businessman and a friend of Sri Lanka in the Philippines, William Chen, made a cash donation of $20,000 to the Itukama COVID-19 Healthcare and Social Security Fund. The donation was facilitated by the Ambassador of Sri Lanka to Philippines, Shobini Gunasekara. The donation, which was facilitated by the Sri Lanka Embassy in the Philippines, was presented at a ceremony held at the Foreign Ministry in Colombo. The donor, William Shen, participated in the ceremony via Zoom. A DNA test has established the identity of Sri Lankan gangster Madhumage Chandana Lasantha Pereira, alias Angoda Lokka, aged 35, who died of cardiac arrest in Coimbatore on July 3, 2020. His post-mortem was conducted at the Coimbatore Medical College and Hospital. And that ends local news for now.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddha Lepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddha Lepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddha Lepa Vidya Mahatmya.
Chairman of the Ceylon Petroleum Storage Terminals Limited says there is sufficient fuel in the country. Addressing a media briefing held today, Mr. Uwais Mohammed said 40,000 metric tons of diesel are currently being unloaded at Muthurajawala. He said 36,000 metric tons of petrol is expected to be received tomorrow. The chairman said there is no reason for the public to panic unnecessarily. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddha Lepa Vidya Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddha Lepa.
Watch Life is brought to you by
Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Road Development Authority says one lane of the Pahala Kadugannawa road section on Colombo Kandy Main Road has been opened for traffic from 12 noon today. However, RDS Director General Sardar Virakon requested the motorists to use alternative routes as much as possible to reduce the congestion on the road. That was Watchlight.
Be aware before you follow any vocational course. When you select a training institute, check and verify its registration and course accreditation by Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission (TVEC) without wasting your valuable time and money. Visit and meet skills development officers or career guidance practitioners. Visit www.tvec.gov.lk for more information. Message from Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Coming up, World News.
The headlines: schools and colleges shut as pollution worsens in Delhi. Japan's export growth slows as car production slides. Frida Kahlo art fetches record $34.9 million at auction. World news in detail now. Authorities in the Indian capital Delhi have shut all schools and colleges indefinitely amid the worsening levels of air pollution. Construction work has also been banned until 21st of November, but an exception has been made for transport and defence-related projects. Only 5 of the 11 coal-based power plants in the city have been allowed to operate. A toxic haze has smothered Delhi since the festival of Diwali. Japan's exports have snapped 7 months of double-digit growth as the supply chain crisis hit the motor industry. Exports expanded by 9.4% in the year to October, the smallest rise in 8 months and lower than forecasts. Shipments of cars were hit particularly hard, down by almost 37% from the same time in 2020. The slowdown highlights how vulnerable Japan's export-reliant economy is to supply chain bottlenecks. A painting by Mexican artist Frida Kahlo has sold at Sotheby's auction house in New York for a record $34.9 million. It is the highest price paid at auction for a Latin American artwork. The record has previously been set by a work by Diego Rivera, with whom Kahlo had a decade-long tumultuous relationship. His piece sold for $9.76 million in 2018. Kahlo's painting, Diego y Yo, was one of her final self-portraits. Back to the headlines of the world news. Schools and colleges shut as pollution worsens in Delhi. Japan's export growth slows as car production slides. Frida Kahlo art fetches record $34.9 million at auction. And that ends World News.
Development News is brought to you by Let's take coal out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Government has granted approval for registering the cinema field as an industry. This will help to get promotions and international recognition to Sri Lanka's cinema industry. Sri Lanka's cinema industry's development has been limited so far to a small local market as a result of non-declaration of the local cinema sector as a vital industry. And that was Development News.
Development News was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Moving on with sports news.
Cricket news. Sri Lanka coach Mickey Arthur is to leave after almost 2 years in charge to join Derbyshire as the head of cricket. The 53-year-old former Australia, South Africa and Pakistan coach replaces Dave Horton, who left at the end of the 2021 season. This is the first role in English cricket for South African Arthur, who has also previously held coaching jobs with Eastern Cape and Western Australia. Arthur starts his new role after Sri Lanka's Test series with the West Indies. Tennis news. Two-time Grand Slam champion Garbine Muguruza will play Annette Kontaveit in the final of the WTA finals in Mexico. Muguruza's power was too much for Paula Badosa as she beat her fellow Spaniard 6-3, 6-3 in their semi-final. Estonia's Kontaveit earned a 6-1, 3-6, 6-3 win over Maria Sakkari of Greece to secure her place in the final as she tries to win her first major title. Boxing news. Dillian White's heavyweight world title ambitions have suffered a setback, with the WBC failing to order champion Tyson Fury's fight him next. White was expected to be named as the mandatory challenger to Fury's WBC belt, a title he retained with an 11th round knockout of Deontay Wilder in October. And that was sports news.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
PETA floating market in Bastion Mouth in PETA will be redesigned with several new features and will be reopened on December 10th by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. Colombo Business Association Secretary General Chaminda Vidanagamage said they have now taken an initiative along with the Urban Development Authority to turn the venue to a mega entertainment hub, mainly attracting tourists. And that was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news. Courtesy of
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Sri Lanka's manufacturing and services activities, measured by the Purchasing Managers Index or PMI, gained substantially in October after the economy was unshackled from the remaining virus-related restrictions from the beginning of the month, giving more wiggle room for economic factors to improve business operations. Sri Lanka recorded a manufacturing PMI of 60.4 index value in October, up by robust 6.1 index points, and services PMI of 57.9 index value, 5.7 index points higher from September. And that was economic news.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning with video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
In the weather report, the Met Department says that showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the northern, north central, northwestern and southern provinces and in the Trincomalee district. Fairly heavy showers, about 75 millimeters, can be expected at some places. Several special showers will occur in the western and Sabragama provinces. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places elsewhere, particularly during the night. Fairly heavy showers above 50 millimeters can be expected at some places. And that was the weather report.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning with video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
To end this news broadcast, back to the headlines. The Prime Minister says that the national plan on sanitation is for the future of the country. Regulatory prices for 60 varieties of essential drugs have been announced. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh discuss further collaboration in the shipping sector. Russia expresses willingness to assist Sri Lanka to generate electricity at a lower cost. Foreign news, schools and colleges shut as pollution worsens in Delhi. Sports, WTA finals, Garbine Muguruza to play Annette Kontaveit in the final in Mexico. And that ends this news broadcast.